Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about your Week 4 content, which will have you take your information so far from your Humanities Unit work and place it into your first draft for your essay. To get started, we'll go into the Course Content tab and go back to the Writing in the Humanities Unit. Now, you may want to review the instructions one more time for the essay before you begin with constructing it, which you can do here in the Writing in the Humanities Unit at the very top. Or if you go back to the instructional materials, you'll find the video for the analysis essay instructions. Now I've created some notes for you just to highlight the major components of the drafting process, just to make sure you got everything down. So just to review, this week you're going to construct your full essay. You're going to have 5 total paragraphs. The first paragraph is the introduction paragraph with the thesis statement. You're going to use the background information that comes with your art to develop your introduction and then place the thesis statement from week 3 at the end. You're going to have a total of about 4 to 5 sentences when you're done. So the introduction is going to be brief. By background information, what I mean is if you're using the PDF, when you have your image, it has all this information that comes with it. And you can use some of this content to introduce your artwork. It's got things like the artist's name, the title, the year it was created, the medium it was created in, etc. So you can use this to develop your intro. If you were taking the image from the database, and when you're in the database, on the right side in ArtSource, you got the same information. So use that to create your intro and then place the thesis at the end. The first body paragraph is a description of the artwork. So this is one we haven't done yet, so you have to do this for this week. You need to create a paragraph, probably around 8 sentences total is what you'll end up with, where you just simply describe your artwork. So you're going to write a paragraph that tells me what your image looks like. The third paragraph is the element analysis, which was your brainstorming paragraph from week 2. Go back, retrieve that paragraph, make any edits that were recommended, and you're going to place it right here. After that, you've got your context analysis, which was from last week, week 3. You're going to edit your research context assignment and then place it as the 4th paragraph of the whole essay. If you didn't put it in paragraph format during week 3 and you just took notes, that's fine, but you do have to place it in proper paragraph format for the draft. Make sure you also begin with a topic sentence and end with a wrap-up. Finally, you've got your conclusion paragraph at the very end. You're going to touch on the major ideas of your artwork one last time, wrap it up. It should be about the same length of the introduction, 4 to 5 sentences total. You also want to make sure you do the following. Write in third person only, so no first person words, no second person words should appear in the essay. All body paragraphs, which are going to be paragraphs 2, 3, and 4, should all be in proper paragraph format. So begin with a topic sentence that is an overview of the paragraph, provide your details, and then do the wrap-up at the end. You need to make sure you properly cite and document all research. Any research not documented is considered plagiarized and could prevent you from receiving a grade on the entire essay. So you must document for both paraphrasing content and putting content into your own words. So if you take information from the database and you write it out in your own words, you still have to source it at the end with your documentation. If you quoted it word for word from the database, you still have to document it. And your works cited page at the end should contain a minimum of 1 source from the database and also the documentation for your artwork. Remember, no outside research is permitted. Anything you get has to come from the database. Also to note, it could be that this paragraph is the only paragraph with research in it, and that's totally fine. Now for your documentation for your artwork, I've put the format of it here for you, and then also provided you with 2 examples. So here's the Ansel Adams Trees and Snow piece, which I just showed you. It's the first one on the PDF, if you want to take a look at it. And here I have it. If I took that image from the PDF, this is what my citation would look like on my Works Cited page for it. If I took it from the database, it would look like this instead. So use whichever one is appropriate for the image that you got and just change yours to follow my model. You're also going to put your work into a Dropbox to check it for plagiarism, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And then you also need to make sure that when you write up your essay that it's submitted in proper MLA document formatting, which I'll show you how to do. So make sure also that you submit your document only as a Word document or an RTF. If you submit it under any other format, it cannot be graded. So if you're using another program, make sure you convert it to Word or use a computer that has Microsoft Word on it so that you can actually submit your work for grading. This may require you to go to a library if necessary, so make sure that you have time in your schedule to do so. Don't leave it to the last minute. If you're working on Sunday night and the library is closed, then you're not going to be able to submit your work on time. Please keep in mind you do need Microsoft Word to do MLA document formatting or something that is similar to Microsoft Word that you can then save as a Word document or an RTF. Things like Google Documents will not do what you need it to do for this week. You need an actual word processing program of some kind.